Hey guys, Adam Perry here with True DFS. As you can see, I am not Bobby or Sheets. They are out today. They couldn't make it. I'm going to try and fill in. I know I have big shoes to fill, but we'll keep it simple by just building some lineups using projections, and that's how we'll try and do it. So maybe we'll go through the DraftKings MLB slate. We've got our projections all loaded. We'll go through FanDuel, see where we get to. We'll build for the flagship GPPs. We'll build a little single entry, and then we'll do a little NBA. We'll see what we could get going for the NBA showdown tonight, and hopefully at the end we'll have some good information that fills in for Bobby and Sheets. Remember, before we get started, like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Check out TrueDFS.com. Everything we do here, when we use the Pater model, we'll do a little betting on there. When we use the Pater for DFS, which I'm going to do a show with James tomorrow on that. When we use SaberSim, all these things are available at TrueDFS.com for not much more than you'd be paying a la carte. So you get it all kind of in one package. It's really, really hard to beat. So check that out. So now let's go ahead and build. I'm going to switch over to Goldie's projections. This is one of the features of TrueDFS. You get Sheets' projections, you get Goldie's projections. So it really differentiates you from other SaberSim users. And then it's a big slate today. I am going to demand of it all 5-man stacks. I don't even want the fives with the one-offs, to be frank. I could kind of keep them on there, though, to see what we get. But I'm not going to build any of the 4-mans today. So let's go ahead and get the build started. See what's up, everyone in chat. Say hello if you're out there. I know I started early, had a bunch of things going on, and I get it out. So take a look. I posted in Discord some of these top bets in the model. James has been talking about his ROI lately on total base props, and his model is showing some pretty good edges on a bunch of guys. So you could kind of take a look at that if you're a member. If you're not, this is one of the things you get access to. We got K props in there as well. Strider under was looking good today in the model. He has not been sharp. This recent sample size would corroborate that. But here you got Matt Mervis, Michael Toglia, over half total bases. They can get a hit. They can get a double, get a single easily. Joe Adell, kind of a singles hitter. Darno, Ryan McMahon. Won't be comfortable with all the Rockies. Doyle showing up there, Moniak. But, yeah, especially if we're playing Caden Horton. Is it Cade Horton? I should know. I'm a Cubs fan. But if we're playing Horton, then we really might not want to shy away from those Rockies total bases just to get a little bit of hedge in. Should check out Sheets. Had a good conversation with James about hedging earlier today. So we've got our pool. Let's go with 150 max. Pretty spread out at pitcher. Hunter Brown, our highest owned. Corbin Burns, okay. There's a lot of good pitching on this slate. Corbin Burns is a good one. Not normally a strikeout guy. He's had a tough season. But maybe long-term results matter. Now, his stuff metrics, like his stuff plus has not been great. But we'll stick with it at least for now. Let's see if there's any, like, if we're overexposed to any of these 5-mans. No, look at how spread out we are today. I love it. We've got exposure everywhere. A's are highest owned at only 16%. Nationals, Pirates, Rockies and White Sox, 2 worst teams. Okay. We'll go with it. You know, I'm kind of inclined to stay with this as it is. Let's see now. Let's see if we ran a simulation of the 121, the single entry here. Playing one lineup in there. And let's run the sim, not the Sims, running the sim on the 121. Let's see what our top 4 or 5 lineups look like in a single entry today. I'll just tell you some of the guys I like. Like I was looking at McGill. McGill has been really good. McGill's underlying metrics suggest he's really good. Some of the leading indicators that the market might be slower on, like Stuff Plus, I think he's been above average on there. So I don't know. I'm into McGill. If we get to him in single entry, not going to complain. Switch here to the 121. See what our top 5 lineups look like. One thing I would prefer not to do. I'm real slow, guys. One thing I prefer not to do is if we are going to play Hunter Brown as our highest exposed pitcher in MME, to think about if we want him for the 121. That's good for about 6 lineups in the flagship. So that's like adding 6 more Hunter Brown lineups. So if we were okay with 30% exposure, well, we actually have a lot more if we play him in one of these 121s. So let's see. Let's see top stacks. We've got a Houston, Nationals, Mets. Look at the diversity. Nats, Mets. Let's see. Let's see what we got 2 non-Hunter Browns. I'm going to be a little more comfortable with that. Mitchell Parker, okay, Seattle's a good place to pitch, but not a great strikeout guy. But you get him correlated with Washington. Get the Arizonas in there. Could live with it. Arizona going against Pittsburgh, real high total. You get Tatis. Where you got Mets. Mets were a big letdown against the Sox, but you could always go back there. Then you have to play the Corbin Burns and Logan Evans if you want to jam Mets. I mean, I don't know. Then you get the opposite. Boy, if we were playing 2, I'd love it, right? Then we get the hedge. Then we get the hedge on Mitchell Parker by playing the Seattle stack. These are not like the most appealing Seattle guys. I mean, Moore's okay. I don't know if there's pinch hit risk today. I haven't really looked at it. What's up, Robert? Good afternoon. Yeah. Anytime. Ask any questions. So, boy, I don't know. I mean, this one, we got a higher ROI in the Nat stack. I'm inclined to take this and go with it. So my single entry is probably going to be a national stack with Horton correlated with Parker, something like that. I don't know that I'm going to play that exact lineup, but if it were right now, that's where I'd be. Then for MME, you saw we had 30% Hunter Brown as our highest exposed pitcher. We had no highly exposed stacks. Our highest exposed stack on DraftKings right now is the Athletics. A lot of these low total teams showing up, but showing up with some diversity. So a little bit of Colorado, a little bit of White Sox, a little bit of Oakland. I like the Oakland thing. I mean, they can hit. What's up, Rody? Let's get it. That's right. Oakland can hit. They've got the kind of bandbox stadiums. They got the park downgrade, but you hit it in Houston. Not the worst place to hit, not the best place to hit, but we'll go with it. So let's take that and run with it. Let's do a little FanDuel. See where we get. I'm gonna do the same exact process. I'm gonna lower the minimum salary a little bit more on FanDuel just because the pricing's softer over there. We'll use Goldie's projections. We're gonna do that same thing, saying don't create our lineups unless they're 4-man stacks. I don't want 4 with a bunch of one-offs. 4-2 I'll live with. 4-2-2 fine. 4-3, 4-4. Now I'm good. Pitching, we're good. Lineups ready to go. Let's see if anything's changed in the strikeout category. K's, edge. Best edge. Richard Fitz. Richie Fitz. Best edge on the over for K's. Over 3.5 for Boston. Who's Boston? Let's see what is. Oh, right. The Brewers. I had it up right there. Over 3.5 Ks in Milwaukee's got the park upgrade. Let's see, just assuming Pinnacle's the sharpest. Let's see what the pricing looks like. They've got 2.5 minus 145, so you could kind of price those as you will. See where you get to. Strider still remains an edge. Not quite the edge you got on Richard Fitz, but you've got it. Savali from that same game. Horton against the Rockies. Hard to mind that. That's an under, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the Pater model is liking those Rockies total bases. It's liking the under on Horton K's. The Rockies are terrible, but maybe they're not this terrible. They have 9 wins. Scary stuff. But, hey, long-term results matter. So we got our lineups built on FanDuel. Say we're playing 150 here. Got the Sims running. Let's see. All right. Let's see where we're at on FanDuel and if we want to make any changes. So our highest owned pitcher, Cade Horton, 26%. Hunter Brown, 20%. Now he's our highest owned on DraftKings, but it's not like they're high. It's not like we have tons of exposure anywhere. So I'm okay just having this kind of these numbers here. We've got some of the Tyler McGill that I mentioned. Let's see in the stacks who we're getting to the most. Washington here, Angels, Texas, Cincinnati, Toronto. None of that Athletics, none of that Colorado, none of that White Sox. I like that, right? We'll have some diversity within our portfolio. I don't see much reason why I would change things here. I mean, we're diverse enough, I think. Maybe you want to, if you're uncomfortable with that much Washington, we could take it down. Let's see, because we have a single entry Washington going. So let's take Washington down a little bit. And we're not going to get that LA get over 23%. It hasn't. So now we're just a little bit more spread out. A little less exposure to Washington there. But I like it. We've got all the 4-man stacks. I like what we got going. So there you have our FanDuel exposures. And now what do we do? Maybe we jump over to basketball. These will change, by the way. Like, keep in mind, projections are still coming in. Lineups are still coming in. These won't change that much. It's baseball. We don't expect too much news to affect the slate, but things happen. So things will change as they sharpen up and so on and so forth. But if it were right now, we've got a portfolio of lineups for DraftKings and for FanDuel. And let's see what we like in the Knicks. In the Knicks Pacers. I'm only going to have a few lotto tickets in here. Like, I'm not going to have much. Now, I think you're not supposed to do this, but I want to set the max salary at $49,800 just to get those like total full salary lineups out of there they just seem, even when they're not supposed to dupe that much, even when the captain ownership is low, they just seem to come in with more dupes than expected. So I'm going to kind of just keep them out of the pool right here. Minimum salary, I mean, I think we want some sort of minimum salary. I don't think we want it at 0. Let's say it's at 4,800. Let's see if we could get 5,000 lineups within this range. We got to make 2 changes per the rules. And we'll go ahead and build and run some simulations. Now, if you were on the line earlier and you had a chance, and if check out the video that Sheets did with James yesterday. I talked about this. They went through the portfolio manager and kind of getting rid of dupes out of your portfolio. Really interesting stuff, really important stuff for DFS. So I would check that out if you haven't already. And do it after you check out truedfs.com and take a look at the packages we got where you get all these tools for not much more than they cost on their own. So don't forget to do that. So what do I want to do here? I mean, the top lineups I just assume are going to be duped more than expected. I want some filters here. I've kind of played around with this, and one of the things I like to get, like, if you like sim optimal more than like 5, you just start to get duped so much, and because you get duped from things besides SaberSim. So that's in the testing I've run. I've kind of noticed that the dupe numbers are better on the ones that have lower sim optimals than they are in the ones with higher sim optimals, where it expects them to be duped less and they're duped more because they're coming up in so many systems. So I'm just going to filter those out. Hide if you're greater than 5 sim optimals. And then here, let's see what we want to show here. We've got ROI showing. Let's see the dupes. And now we've got our sims run. Now we could kind of take a look. I'm not going to be playing that many lotto tickets in the big one, but let's say we're playing 20. We'll decide later and see where we get. Pretty spread out. Pretty spread out. One of the things when you take these like top ROI, it's the top ROI lineup with where's my exposure column? Where'd it go? I don't know how it got over there. You see, it's the top ROI lineup that has, TJ McConnell at captain, and it's 49.7 salary. And what's up, Andy? Good afternoon. It's 49.7 salary, and you think, okay, it's sim optimal, meets our criteria. It's sim optimal 5 times, something like that, and it's only going to be duped, I don't know, 6 or 7 times, and then it's duped way more. It's duped way more because it's coming up as the top McConnell one for everyone. You see this happen all the time. Dupe 0, we like to see that. I don't know that I buy it, but see, something's wrong here. These are not all 0 dupes. Oh, here's 1 dupe, 4 dupes, 1 dupe. Maybe it is right. We can't expect to have 0 duplicates on these, but we could expect them to be low dupe. The question is, how many of these kind of low-owned dart throw captains do we want? What's our min projection we want from captain? I would say it's something like, where's Mitch Rob? 23. I don't think we want to play anyone under that much projection. Captain. So what's our lowest projected captain is like McBride? I don't know. 20. Nesmith, however you pronounce it. He's projected under 20. Just under 20. Right? 19. No. 20, 15. Yeah. Let's just get these out of here. I want some of those kind of more guys. I would like to get to more Halliburton. I don't know. And the value is there. Just expecting his ownership to be a little higher. So let's see. I don't feel like we need Mikal Bridges. Let's see where we get here. Still only getting to 1 Halliburton. A lot of Cat. If we get anything like we did in that comeback last game, we'll be happy. Do you use any metrics for Showdown? I usually don't. Andy, I just did not metrics per se. Like, I don't use GeoMean. I feel like it's just been done to death that everyone's doing it, that you're ending up not avoiding the dupes as much as you expect with the GeoMean. Your ownership has to be right too. And I found that the ownerships are not as sharp as we want them. So I don't use those metrics, but I've used some filters. So like just saying get rid of these sim optimals that end up duping way more than expected. Keep the dupe numbers low. I mean, these dupe numbers are low anyway. If they weren't, I would filter those out. So that's like using the metrics that are already there, but I'm not creating my own metrics, Andy. I know you don't either. Yeah, there you have it. Let's see. I mean, do I want this much Josh? Is Josh Hart going to start? Or is Mitrop starting? I mean, I don't know. How many minutes did Josh Hart even play last time? He's projected for less minutes. He's not, I assume, not projected to start. Did he close for the Knicks? You could see what a no ball type of guy I am. I don't have these answers available immediately. Yeah, Hart closed. So you very easily end up with more minutes than Mitchell. Oh, he did start. Okay, because I thought Mitch Robinson started. He played more minutes. Okay, and they're on the court. It's not like they're not on the court together at all. Hey, no problem, Andy. Thanks for popping in. All right. I'm fine with both of them. Some Miles Turner I'm good with. Siakam can always put up a number. I'm pretty happy with this. Let's see. Our minimum ROI is still pretty high. We can expect more dupes than we're seeing here, but we're still somewhat low on the dupes. So that's it. I'm going to get out of here. We did DraftKings. We did FanDuel for the baseball slate today. Pop into Discord if you have any questions. And check out TrueDFS.com after you like and subscribe to this. The like and subscribe really helps us out. If you check out TrueDFS.com, we're working on the website, so it's a little bit messy now, but you can find all the info there. And you get access to the pay dirt model for DFS, for betting. You get access to SaberSim, Goldie's projections, Sheets' projections, the premium Discord. All of that is like $30 more than like just buying SaberSim alone. So you get so much. It's really like the most unique and best package, I think, in DFS right now. So check us out. And with that, I wish you all good luck. And